In this video, I want to talk about my outlook for January 2026. I think it's shaping up to be a very bullish month and a very, very good month for us as momentum swing traders. And I want to cover some of the top setups that I'm watching. So let's get right into it. First thing I want to mention, right? Thematics. So space is looking really good. Across the board, just about every space stock I look at has a good setup and or is now breaking out. Also, we have clean energy names. Nuclear is starting to pick up a little bit. Also, I'm seeing some solar stocks look good. So we have solar stocks looking good. And I was looking, we're seeing some movement out of the robotics. So overall, just these risk on categories, most of these companies still lose money. These are the risk on stocks, right? Like when people are trying to maximize and, go full risk, go for the highest yield, these are the stocks they're buying. With Serve up 14% on Friday. That's just big action. And you can see the watch list here, what the Friday's performance was. Everything's green. And this is a big shift from what we've been seeing since mid-October when growth stocks have really just been flat slash down. We had a big bleed for about a month and then just a bunch of chop. Breakouts were not working. But this is the action and the rotational structure that I look for when I think that we go from a red light environment or an environment where foot's off the gas to an environment where we're taking a lot of swing trades and actually making good money. So anyway, let's get into the top setups. So my top setup on Friday was Lunar. This was a very nice breakout. I would have liked volume to have been a little higher, but nonetheless it was pretty high and it broke out of this great structure here with higher lows, and then you have a key level of about 17, broke over that. I would have liked to have seen more progress and more volume, but overall, good start for Lunar. Now, another space stock, SIDU, this thing did nearly 40% on Friday. Just a massive move. And a similar structure, just higher ADR, right? This is an ADR of nearly 30. We're seeing higher lows, and then it broke over this key level of about 13.15 here, and it just took off, and it reclaimed the entire wick from the prior day. So space stocks look really good, right? Lunar, I think, will provide another entry opportunity on the hourly. So I want to size up on this one. Right now I'm only risking 1/3%, which obviously is not a lot. I would like to find a secondary entry on an hourly structure. So something is developing here clearly. I don't know how that's going to hold up or how that'll shape up come Monday. But overall, that's an intriguing structure on the hourly. I think it can develop a little bit more and give us another entry opportunity to scale into this position. And then what else on the space side was I watching? DXYZ, another space stock here. This is SpaceX related. This is a nice daily, right? It's holding the low. It's anchored to this low of about 29.40, and it's putting in lower highs, so it's tightening up. Volume is on the decline, and basically we're just looking for a pop out of that structure. The key level, I think, for me to buy on a breakout would probably be 33. But breaking out of this structure is the first step to actually get over this 33 level, which is where I think the real momentum will click, somewhere right around there. So DXYZ looks good. PL, this is another space stock, setting up here below the key level of 20.8. That needs a little bit more time, in my opinion, to consolidate. Rocket Lab is popping out of this little wedge it developed, but I don't think this is the real move yet. The volume wasn't there. I think this needs a little bit more time as well. So PL, Rocket Lab both need more time. DXYZ is almost ready. And then you have SIDU, and then you have Lunar that have already started to break out. So these will be the two leaders in terms of these space stocks. And if they perform well, PL and Rocket Lab will follow them. Velo, this is a stock that I actually traded this on Thursday, or I think it was, no, sorry, I traded on Wednesday. Oh, Tuesday, my bad, because we had New Year's Day. So I traded this on Tuesday, and I, hit my stop loss, small loss, and then on Friday proceeds to make a 20% move and break over the key level I had marked of about 16. I think this is another stock that will give us an entry opportunity on the hourly. This is a massive mover, right? Big ADR of 24. I think this stock gives us another opportunity, like I just said. if you didn't catch this breakout, which I didn't, I wanted to close right here so I could maybe buy on Monday for the breakout, but I'll just look for a smaller structure to get in possibly, because I think this is the type of stock. I mean, you look at the momentum here, this, like how it's just holding above this 9 EMA. I think this is the type of stock that can double in a week, week and a half, right? So this is something that I do not want to miss. Just because I missed this initial push on the daily time frame does not imply I'm going to miss this entire move. There's plenty of entry opportunities through that will come on the hourly, and oftentimes we'll have tighter risk, so it'll probably make for a higher quality trade anyway. Lightpath. So I'm not looking to really trade this, but this is just a stock that I'm using for confirmational purposes. I had been watching Lightpath as well as ONS because I wanted to see how breakouts were doing. You know, I've been saying this for a while, and I usually go by this rule, and it's like I'm not putting my foot on the gas. I'm not buying that many breakouts or taking many trades until I actually see some breakouts follow through, right? So it's one thing for a stock to break out the initial day. It's another thing for it to continue over consecutive days. So on ONS, we're seeing 2 strong days here. Lightpath is going on 5 strong days, 1, 2, 3, 4 strong days. And that was a really strong close by Lightpath. So this to me is a partial confirmation that risk on trade is back and momentum is back. So I really like to see this stuff. CSIQ, this is a solar stock. I like how this looks a lot. I think over 26 this can really get moving. It had a strong day on Friday. So over 26 with some volume, this can really get going. I want to see volume at least 50% higher than what it was on Friday. So I want volume to break out as well as price. And you can see the correlation between price action and volume. Like this structure literally looks similar. So anyway, this can go. Solar names in general are looking pretty good. Clean energy is looking pretty good. And obviously that plugs back into the data center theme, the AI theme. So, yep. Quantum. This is another risk on category. So we're seeing a lot of risk in general. Like all the main risk on categories are starting to come back to life. QBTS is the best looking quantum stock right now. It's putting in higher lows. Looks pretty good overall. Higher lows. And then you have this key level here, which I marked out at about 29. Over that level of strong volume, I think this can push to 40 very quickly. So these are, let me cover one more stock. TE, I should say. Nice breakout. I'm not looking to trade this, but it's just one that I'm watching to see if it follows through to gauge the strength of growth stocks right now. AXTI, I think AXTI, this is a really tricky one. In the mornings, this stock tends to wick a lot. I mean, it's like clockwork. So do not buy the initial move on AXTI. But I think on the hourly, it offers us a decent trade over 17.15. So over that key level, I think AXTI can really get moving. It's been a very strong stock. You just have to give it some room and be cautious of the wicking action. It does make it difficult to trade, but this stock has been really strong, so it's something that you want to watch right now. Okay, guys, well, that's the first video of 2026. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.